Hello and welcome to another video. Today we're drawing one of my OCs. Is that a surprise to you guys at this point? I'm always drawing OCs, but I'm actually working on some guys I felt like was a little bit neglected. This is a drawing of Cole. Cole is one of the OCs for my group of college guys. I actually never really draw Cole that much. Not because I don't like him. I actually like him a lot. And doing this spread or this page of little Cole doodles made me realize that I actually do like him a lot. I just never really think about him too much. I'm more focused on like Cricket and Kamau and Katsuo and Duke when I think about my college OC guys. But I actually do like Cole a lot. I actually think what the issue is that I wasn't 100% sold on his design. So Cole's design is very, very, very simple. He has a bowl cut. He wears glasses. He's got sort of kind of a square jaw, and he's supposed to be on the heavier side, right? So I'm like, that's a pretty simple design. I like to draw him with the sort of I call them jail bar teeth, but that's not what they're called. Apparently they're called tombstone teeth, where you just draw the smile and you just add the straight lines and you don't divide it in half, right? So like those straight line teeth, I like to draw them with that because I like that sort of look. Just for like a guy who's like sort of kind of smug. I like that a lot. So I was drawing him like that for a long time. And I was just thinking about it. I was like, I don't know what it is about his design. I actually don't like that much. I feel like he doesn't stand out very much, and it's like very simple. He doesn't look like Duke at all, but he has the same face shape as Duke. And so whenever I look at him, and they have like very similar eyes, or the way I was drawing them, they look very similar. And so when I was looking at them, and I was like, they look way too similar. And I really like Duke's design for him. And so every time I would look at Cole, I was just like, this is just like a poor design in comparison. It's like, I really like Duke's design a lot. Not that my designs are very complex or anything. They're not. They're very simple, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, there's beauty in simplicity, right? But yeah, just when it came to the two of them, I'm like, they don't look similar, but their vibe is too similar to me in my mind. I feel like if two people looked at them, they'd be like, those are different characters, obviously, but I was looking at them, I was getting a little bit frustrated. So when I was drawing myself on Monday, or for Monday for you guys, but when I was drawing myself with those sharp fangs, I was thinking about maybe sort of kind of taking those features, like the way that I was drawing the eyes and the mouth, and giving them to Cole, just because they felt like a very angry sort of expressions, and also very sort of angry way of drawing, like the jagged teeth and like they're not really sharp eyes, but the square eyes sort of kind of gave me a little bit of an angry sort of vibe. And Cole is a very angry character, just because he was very bullied as a kid and very scared as a kid, but in response to that, he kind of developed this sort of kind of outwardly like asshole personality, like to protect himself. And so he is a very aggressive character. He's always itching for a fight, and he's always like quick to say something like mean, so as like a defense mechanism. And so I was like, I want to give him more angry features, and so I decided I was going to give him the spiky teeth and those square eyes that I was working with on Monday, just to see how I felt about it. And you guys, honestly, I like it a lot for him. It kind of makes me feel a little bit weird about it though, because I had a different character who worked in the same universe, but I switched him because he had also very spiky teeth. And I felt like the spiky teeth was what made him look out of place in the world. But then I realized it probably wasn't the spiky teeth, it's probably the weird eyebrows that I gave him. Because I feel like these spiky teeth do not necessarily take away from the fact that he is in more of a grounded universe, like realistic universe. I think it just makes his teeth look like they're fucked up, which is like fun, I guess. Like different people have different teeth. It's okay if your teeth are fucked up. My teeth are fucked up a little bit, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with that, and I feel like just trying to like draw people with different features is pretty important. And so they're drawn as spiky teeth, but in universe they're supposed to be read more as like crooked teeth. And I thought that was kind of fun design wise. So he's got these spiky teeth, and I like the square eyes too, and I give him a little bit of pupil because that's what I was doing on Monday. But I don't know, I feel like it fits him a lot more, and I like it a lot. So this is basically just me exploring some of those ideas. I just pretty much just redrew some panels of him that I have in my previous sketchbook, just because it's been a while since I've drawn him. I haven't drawn him since my last sketchbook, so I had that sketchbook open on the side as a reference, and I was just basically replacing his eyes and his mouth in those panels just to see if I like them better. And I do, you guys. I like them a lot more. And this did some redraws with him and Emerson, because him and Emerson are a pair. And also, you know what? I actually like drawing Emerson a lot now a lot more now too, just because I figured out how I want to draw his hair. I was drawing it way too flat before, and now it's got a little bit more volume, and so it's a lot more fun for me to draw. So yeah, these guys, I plan on drawing them a lot more. Actually, after I did this page, I actually drew a lot more of them. On like the next 2 pages, I just been very inspired, just by changing his design, just like tweaking it just a little bit. Actually makes him a lot more fun for me to draw now. I even came up with a little comic, and I am planning on drawing a little bit more of them. It's just a lot of fun, and I think it was also paired with the pen that I was using. Like I said, I've been using this Pilot G2 in 0.5, and it's been a lot of fun to draw with, and so I've been enjoying that a lot, you guys. I think that's why people are supposed to be like try out new things with different characters, like always try different combinations. Honestly, when I design a character, I pretty much go with the very first thing I think of. I feel like my initial ideas are usually the best ones, but it is good to sometimes try out different combinations, because obviously for Cole, this was not his first design was not the best one for him, or the one that I liked the most. So it's like very important to try different things. I could not be a character designer because they go through like trials and trials and trials, like so much exploration. It's not I don't enjoy those things. It's just like I feel like I have a very limited imagination when it comes to that sort of thing. And it's like I think maybe I just have to get better at pulling references and stuff. Because I mean, obviously not all those ideas, because all of those ideas come from like random places in their minds or whatever. They see stuff and inspires things and stuff like that. I just think that I don't have a very good reference library, a mental reference library anyway. So I have to get better at that. The best way to do that is like experience new things and like go outside and experience life and see things, and then you get inspired from the things that you see. But I hate going outside. I'm a very inward person, but I have to get better at that. I also end up drawing Cole in a fighting pose, which is going to inform my study this week. I wasn't really sure what I was going to study, but I decided I was going to focus on fighting poses just because I've been having a lot of fun drawing Cole. And Cole is a character who does, I don't know if he likes to fight. I just feel like he's always itching for a fight. Like he's ready. Like if somebody pops off, he's like, I'm ready. I'm throwing the first punch, guy. We're going to fight right now. You're not getting the drop on me. So yeah, I think he's a character who gets into fights a lot, especially because of his mouth. He is like a very notorious shit talker, and so he's always saying the wrong thing and getting into fights. But I don't know if he enjoys fighting or if he's just like always like in it or like ready for it, because I do draw a couple of fighting poses where it looks like he is enjoying it. Not in this spread, unfortunately. I only draw one fighting pose, and then one that's kind of a little bit of an aftermath pose, I guess, where he's like bloody and stuff. I think that's also very fun. I really would like to get better at drawing fighting poses. I don't really ever think about it, but my characters are going to be getting into fights a lot. Not these college guys, probably not these college guys, but like Kira and Nick, my mafia OCs, they're definitely going to be getting into fights a lot. Probably not with each other, but with like other people, because they are being targeted for assassination. So they are going to be getting into a lot of fights. And so I would like to practice more fighting poses, which I'm probably going to do on Thursday. I don't know. I just feel like it's a little bit harder to draw fighting poses just because they are a little bit more dynamic and the bodies move in weird ways. And like I said, my posing is very stiff when I draw. You can see that from my drawing. It's very stiff. And I feel like when your body's in movement, it has to have a little bit more flow to it. Like obviously your body is stiff in certain ways. Like you have bones and stuff, but your body does have a lot of bend and stuff like that. That's like kind of the point. You have to be able to move and maneuver in certain ways. But I'm just like, I have to figure out a way to where I can draw that in a way that looks nice without it making it stiff. I also felt like adding the sharp pointy teeth kind of helped me a little bit with more expressions, or it helped me try and draw different expressions just because I wanted to show off the teeth in a little bit different ways. Like it was really easy to do like the smiles. I mean, I wouldn't say like easy, but what was the word I'm thinking of? It was like very motivating to do the smiles because it's like very wide smile and sharp pointy teeth is very fun. But I also tried to incorporate a little bit more of angry expressions. Not that I would say that I don't really actually draw angry expressions too often. I feel like it's smiling expressions and then blank expressions and then probably sad expressions I draw more often than not. Actually, I don't even know if that's true anymore. I feel like actually I'm only drawing very like smiling expressions and blank expressions lately. Now that I'm thinking about it, I have to do more expression practice, you guys. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute since I've done expressions. Not this week, but next week, more expressions, because I feel like when I am drawing, my characters do not actually have a very big variety of expressions. So we have to get on that. This is a terrible thing to realize during the video, but now that I'm thinking about it, I don't draw very varied expressions. That's not good. That's not good at all. How am I gonna draw a comic if all of them have the same blank face? That's gonna be boring. Oh gosh. Anyway, pivoting from that. I don't want to focus on that too hard. I also felt like I did a little bit more of 3/4 view than I usually do. I feel like when I draw, I'm normally always putting characters front view, which is not good. That's also something I always do. I feel like I'm very much more comfortable drawing front view than 3/4. I posted an Instagram reel, not an Instagram reel. I posted a YouTube short about that the other day, about how I still can't draw 3/4 view. And honestly, from the time that I made that video, which was like a year or two ago, to now, I feel like I'm a lot better at 3/4 view. I obviously have not mastered it. I still feel like I fuck up about 50% of them when I draw 3/4 view face, but that's better than like the 10% I was getting before. And I feel like I'm a lot more comfortable doing it. I might mess them up, but like I can slam it out in like 2 seconds before I feel like I would struggle and just draw it over and over again. I still struggle with it a lot when I'm working in pencil. Like I'm currently working on a drawing in my finished artwork sketchbook where the character, her face is in 3/4 view, and it's kicking my ass, you guys. It's kicking my ass really hard. I still struggle with it when I do pencil, but it's a little bit easier in pen. And the difference is also that she's a girl. Not that I don't draw girls. Like, I'm so silly. I always feel like, oh, I don't draw that, but then I think about it, I'm like, yeah, I do draw a girl all the time. Kira is a girl OC. I don't know why I don't think of her that way, but she is. She is a woman, so I draw girls in 3/4 view all the time. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about either. I draw a girl all the time. I draw Kira all the time. This sketchbook that I'm working in is primarily Kira and Nick. So I don't know what I'm thinking about. I feel like after I switched over from mostly drawing girls to mostly drawing guys, I just feel like my brain is sort of kind of stuck in that mode where I'm like, yeah, I draw dudes all the time. But it's not true. That's not true. I feel like I draw them probably, if not 50-50, 60-40 at this point. Before I was, what am I thinking of? Like a couple of years ago, I think it was sketchbook 45 or so. That's when I decided that I was going to start drawing dudes more often. Before, I was drawing a lot of women, but not really a lot of full bodies. But I felt like I was pretty good at drawing girls. And so I was like, I kind of need to refocus and switch. I didn't think that I was bad at drawing guys. I just felt like they didn't very much look like guys. And also I didn't really know how to draw bodies or male bodies, especially because whenever I draw male bodies, I would give them lots of feminine traits, I guess, which is nothing wrong with that. There's lots of men with have feminine traits and feminine body types, right? But I just wanted to draw things that looked a little bit more masculine, just to give myself a little bit more of a well-rounded sort of artistic ability, if that makes sense. And so I decided to switch over to mostly drawing guys. And also I had a lot of OCs that were guys at the time. I think a majority of my OCs are women, but at the time the stories that I was focusing on were these college guys, and so I decided I was going to start drawing them a lot more. And my OCs for the restaurant, from like Hope and James and those guys, a lot of them are dudes also. So I was like, I'm gonna have to learn how to draw dudes eventually if I ever want to get this comic off the ground, which I still haven't done, but eventually, one day, hopefully. So yeah, I switched to drawing guys for a while, and now I feel like I don't think I'm less good at drawing women. I feel like for a while I had like built up skills in drawing men, and then I had lost skills in drawing women. But that's just kind of how it goes sometimes. You know, if you go back and forth, it's better to go back and forth. And I feel like I do go back and forth a little bit more. And so my skills in drawing women have come back, thankfully, because for a while I was like, oh no, this is not good. Anyway, we're coming up on the end of the video here, you guys. I actually don't end up coloring these drawings either. I feel kind of bad because I didn't really color anything this week. It's all mostly just line drawings. I guess I colored yesterday's video, but that was digital, so it feels like it doesn't really count. So sorry about that. I just kind of found it like I would like to prefer to leave these as line drawings. I feel like they looked better, and I didn't want to ruin them with color. Anyway, thank you guys so much for spending this time with me. I will go ahead and see you in the next one.